Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Wellness Wednesday. Today we have a special request. Ole requested that I talk about de-stressing and the brain. So I always think about, okay, the brain, which energy flow moves through the brain. And yeah, let us start by holding the middle finger. The liver flow moves through the brain. So it's one of the few flows that becomes actually something called the cerebrum flow, which we don't really talk about any further, but it goes deep inside the brain. And so for any brain projects, this one is helpful. And the quick hold, of course, is holding the middle finger. And we also know that the middle finger harmonizes anger. So there is a relationship between the liver function, anger, and the brain. So I'm going to share with you the first hold of the liver flow, and that is placing your hands at the back of your head here. Moving this a little. And just stay on the side that feels comfortable for you. So we're right here at location number 4, and then the other hand you can place it on 22. That's the first step of the liver flow, and this allows energy right here to move into the head with the 4. Inhale, and then exhale it down the front of the body with the 22. So when you hold the 4, finding your 4 and talking about de-stressing and also focus, because sometimes stress can cause that it's hard for us to focus. You can explore going a little bit higher up into the 4. So almost like it's called a high 4 here, high 4. So this is regular 4 to level of C1, and this would be a high 4. So you can spread your fingers and see if there's any tightness there. And that's really helpful if you feel your brain is fuzzy or if you need to focus, then the high 4 can also be very good. So I'm kind of hooking my fingers in and then hold it like this. Again, with jinshin, there's really no pressing or forcing. We hold it gently, but still you can, place your fingers in there and explore the locations. So let's take just a few breaths here. And the liver flow is an ascending flow. It means it moves up. It starts in the big toe and then moves up into the brain. And so for some acute brain projects, we do not necessarily want to look at the liver flow because it is ascending. We want to bring the energy down. So the next hold that we're going to do is part of the supervisor energy. So all of these, by the way, are in the core textbook. I'll show you this book here that's available on our website. The supervisor energy. So from the 4, now slide your hands to the 12, which is right here. And then the other hand, we can place it on 20. And 20, it harmonizes our mind. It calms our mind. It helps us to focus. So if you are a student, for example, then 20 and opposite 12 can be really, really helpful to clear your mind. So let's take a few breaths here. Inhale, receive, and then exhale, let everything go. And then as you exhale, there is a tiny space before your next inhale. So just bring some awareness to that as you exhale, bringing it all the way down to the toes. Very nice. So you may really feel this pull of energy going deep inside the head. So 11 really helps us to de-stress. So we're holding 12, but you can hold your thumb right here on the 11 and place your fingers on the 12. So be creative with it, right? It's the art of jinshin. So be your own artist and tailor it to whatever feels good for you. Some of you will be a little bit closer. Some of you will be more lateral. Finding your location number 20. Very nice. And then let's move our hand to 21. And 21 releases mental stress, worldly desires. So if we have a lot on our plate, literally it will help our digestive system if we have a very full plate, but also if we have a very full plate of things in our lives right now, it helps to unload that mental stress. And we often see people sitting like this, right? Like this, just releasing mental stress and they don't even know it. So jinshin really brings awareness to your body. And that's why it's so important to tune in and to listen to the energy movement that we receive on our fingertips. We get so much information. So let's take one more breath here and then we'll move it to 22. So we had 20, 21, 22. And in our life just before, somebody asked, oh, is this the same as the gallbladder flow? Yes. And it's also the same as 20, 21, 22 sequence. So it begins the same, right? So they overlaps. My intention right now is supervisor energy. So you may move into 20, 21, 22. So again, be the artist. 22, allowing for our exhalation, allowing for energy to move down. A lot of the functions come together here, and this is a great location for our respiratory system as well. But 12 is often where we're holding stress. I'm just going back to our intention today, de-stressing and brain. And the supervisor flow helps the energy to move through the brain and then move down the body. So wonderful. And then we'll move to 14 here, clearing the waistline and everything. When we open the waistline, the stuckness in the upper part of the body will be able to descend, right? It's like a connection between heaven and earth, a connection between the upper body and the lower body, and so often we need to clear the 14. And then moving your hand to 15, which is located right here. You can place your hand in your pocket or place it there. Let's take another nice deep breath. 15, bringing about joy and laughter, and that's so important for our health, for our system. Very nice. And then let's go back gently to holding our finger, and the supervisor energy. Master Marai used it a lot to harmonize our organ flows and bringing them back in place. When they start to move, when they move other organ flows out of balance, the supervisor energy will bring it back into place, what we just did. So again, I'm going back to holding the middle finger, just again to harmonize the brain, good for our brain function. And oh, so much to learn with jinshin. I always have a great time here. Well, I thank you so much for joining, and I hope you're enjoying the YouTube videos. Let us know. I appreciate it. I read the comments. Thank you, and I will see you next week. Bye.